Okay, so we should be live now, right? I go to my YouTube page. Are we live? Yeah, we are. There I am. And now I'm watching myself. This is kind of funny. All right, well, we're live now. I don't know if anyone's gonna join, but we're live now. Let me mute myself. I'm not gonna listen to myself twice. That's bad. Let's see here. All right, so we're playing. Obviously, we're playing Fortnite. Um, Who's this? Okay, so this is the live chat. This is the view amount. Okay, I think I got everything I need to see what's going on. And this should turn into a VOD after I'm done streaming. It should. It should. I'm not too sure though. What's in this fuck ass item shop? What's in the fuck ass item shop? Let's see, guys. Super Meat Boy. Sweet. I'll take that. Congratulations, my chud. You are now cell shaded. There it is. There's my chud. There's my little chud, guys. Look at my little chud. Alright, let's see here. So we're gonna be using Fortnite database, the wheel, and I suppose I should. Oh, there's two people watching right now. Hello, other viewer. I don't know if they're a subscriber. Oh, there's a warning. Let me close Let me close my video. Maybe that'll make mine look a little bit nicer. Alright, so there's one person viewing right now. I have no idea if you're a subscriber or not. I don't know who you are, but welcome to the stream. I'm gonna be fucking around on Fortnite. But first I want to check the item shop, see if there's anything worth it. Um this is all ass. There's nothing here that really calls my name. Is this actually the entire item shop? There's nothing even new. Oh, fuck it. Now we are playing Fortnite. This is yo, I made it. Oh, it's you. It's you from the post. I remember you. What's up? I remember you. I know who you are. I am in fact a subscriber. Yeah, I know who you are. I remember seeing your posts and I was like, "Don't worry, you'll make it to the next one." This one's I made this one for YouTube because Twitch I made the one on Twitch as an experiment just to see if I could. And then I was like, well, it's kind of mediocre, so here I am on YouTube. Let me check if there's any daily ebooks. There's this dude on Twitter that I follow. He always gives me updates. Not gonna lie, I never got into Fortnite, but oh, you remember me. Yeah, I remember you. I do know people don't enjoy Fortnite that much, and that's okay. You don't have to enjoy Fortnite to listen to me ramble about stuff. I'm gonna do something real quick though. I am going to be joining a public game, and I don't want to be giving out people's names unnecessarily. So real quick, let me just take a screenshot of something. Yeah, let me just take a screenshot of a cube. Yeah, this is perfect. And I'll add this as an image source. Image black square. Okay, and then browse, and we're going to go to my screenshots. And we're going to line this up properly. I followed on Twitch right after seeing the post. Oh, thank you. Oh, like Gmod? Or freaking what's his face, Gmod or Minecraft and all the other fun ones. Okay, so usually names appear up here on the top left. So I'm just going to put that right there. That way, yeah, there we go. More that way I don't have to accidentally leak anyone's names or anything. Because that would be bad. Or actually, maybe what I can do is I could instead take my... Because that does look a little bit ugly. If I take this and I put myself up here, yeah, and then I can hide the black square. Yeah, instead there's just me. Look at that. Talking about building, actually, when it comes to Save the World, there is a very heavy emphasis on building defenses. And this is going to be going free on April 16th. So I'll go ahead and show you a little bit of the gameplay. Let's see. I'm looking for a 88 mission, which is actually all the way up here. I bet I could do it solo if it's... Okay, yeah. I could do this solo. Minecraft Satisfactory, Scrap Mechanic. Dude, I remember Scrap Mechanic playing when growing up. I always wanted to play it. Never could, never could. That's because I didn't have a PC, and now I do have a PC, but now I'm not really into it so much. It's kind of a little bit weird. Now I think about it. Okay, so we have 88 V-Bucks in this zone. Oh, dude, want to see something funny? So I don't know if you saw this, but I had made something. I made a I made a wheel. I don't know if you saw my post, but I made a wheel specifically meant for stream chat's most common occurrences. Should we spin the wheel? Should we spin the wheel to simulate what chat would probably say in this moment? Six hundred hours on Satisfactory. I do hear that game is one of those games that like sucks in your time. I personally have like over 1,000 hours on Gmod, so I get it. All right, spin it, spin it. All right, chat. What do y'all think about Shit, what's the topic? What do y'all think about sandbox games? That's still a recent topic. LMAO. I don't know if that's good. Oh, hello, other subscriber. I know who you are. We're playing Fortnite. Specifically the cooler version of Fortnite. I prefer this version over the other one. And the specific goal is to get V-Bucks, because I have been letting them build up. I haven't freaking done anything for it. Let's see. We are in an 88 zone, so let me replace my weapons with 106. 106. Where's my sniper rifle? Oh, I remember this gun. The blast. You know what? I'm gonna use this gun. I haven't used it in a bit. I'm sorry. What's that crown mean? What is that? What's that crown next to your name? Somehow I haven't finished Satisfactory with all that playtime. I didn't know Satisfactory had an ending. I thought it was just a sandbox mode that went forever. Like forever and ever and ever. Oh, guys, this is my chud. He just kind of sits around, does nothing. I hate him. He's a symbol of predatory marketing. Yeah, so on Twitch, I upgraded this gun, this gun, the Trinity, which I think is pretty cool. It's a burst SMG, and with headshot damage added to the headshot damage mods. That's the best way to put it. It does pretty decent against the crowd. I also have 200 hours in Astroneer and No Man's Sky. Now the goal is to complete the final space elevator stage. I know nothing about that, but that sounds pretty badass. There's a cave here somewhere that I'm supposed to find. Okay, y'all see that little like blinkering thing? That's a cave. And if you kill it, you get loot. Okay, I love loot. So there's the thing. I've been playing this game long enough that I no longer have to actively, search for loot. I have decent enough weapons, but you can still scrap these things and get yourself some resources. All these small little things, they stack up, you break them apart, and get resources. So in your it's still like in your best interest to collect these things anyways. There's more blue. I forgot the blue. I'm tired of this area. I want to go somewhere else. Fuck it. I'll take that. It says there's a survivor here. Hit the second cave. What second cave? There is no second cave. Where am I supposed to find another cave? Oh, look. This is Ned. He's a jackass. I absolutely hate Phase 4 and dealing with the nuclear factory map, so I just made a rocket fuel factory and that makes enough power. Oh man, I love nuclear energy. Me personally, I have no idea what it's like in video games, so. Don't I have a fucking another gun? Hold on, wait. I want to show y'all like one of the goofiest guns I own. So there's this thing called the Plasmatron, and it's basically like space age ray gun, like classic space age ray gun. Let me see if I can find some enemies to shoot with. It does eat up a lot of your ammo though. Oh look, a second cave. Listen to the noise it makes. It's just so satisfying. If only it didn't eat up all your ammo. Oh, good, some shrooms. So this is the second one. We're still looking for a medkit right here. Grab this thing. And then we can go talk to the survivor, and he'll give us more loot. Loot. Uranium. Yep, that's what you need for nuclear energy. It was one of my favorite subjects to study. Oh shit. I just want to get into space engineers a bit more, but it isn't beefy enough to handle the absolute monster of ships you want to make. Yeah, I get that. I remember when my PC was ass. There's a game called Team Fortress 2. I used to play it all the time, but my computer, it was an old laptop, and I ended up burning the inside of it by playing the game too much. So then I had to get a new computer, and then that computer was pretty good for a while, but then the next generation shit started coming out, and I had to get another one. I really hope technology stops speeding at such a fast pace, because it is impossible to keep up on a budget. Do you think I can clickbait? Do you think I can clickbait people by using the Gravedigger? All depends. Oh yeah, I want to level up this gun. That's the goal I wanted to do for myself today. Put this here, and I'll use a shovel. This is my shovel, and I trust it very much. So all of these are touching the ground, which is pretty bad. I'm gonna have to build defenses for each of them. Now, personally, always bet on brick. A lot of people don't do this, but I add this small layer underneath the build. I add this little outer rim because when husks start like breaking through the walls, they're not going to be able to penetrate. They're gonna have to break this wall, and then they're also gonna have to break this wall. So I add that in as sort of like a second layer, and it does help to keep the base same size. A lot of people just skip that part though, which I would not recommend. Because this game, it's been out for a long time, but it's still buggy in a few areas. Like husks, if they hit a build in the right angle, they just phase right through it. So these small little brick platforms keep that from happening. Game devs need to work on optimization a bit more. The hardware is capable of time. Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, so a lot of people in game development don't understand, or they're not being allowed to optimize the game. And I'm pretty sure it's so that they can shill out more graphic cards and higher spec um, components. I mean, if you take a look at Halo Reach, the amount of optimization that was done in that game in one of the levels was insane. There was only one model for all of the rocks in one mission, and it was a very rocky area. But it was literally just one model with the same textures, just scaled and resized and stretched in different ways, and it looked great. It looked perfectly fine. Game devs these days are either being told to stop doing that, or they are incredibly lazy, or they're not paid enough to optimize the games. There's multiple different factors, but I'm sure that it's all rooted in the fact that they're either A, not getting paid enough, or B, they're being actively sabotaged by their own company to make games that are harder to run so that people buy more expensive components. It's always just money somehow. You can word it in many different ways, but if you go far up the chain, you'll just find out that it's so we can sell new components. Once again, corporate greed ruins everything. Yeah, be careful with getting into game development. It is a lot of stress, especially if I imagine you're going to be either working with like what, Unity or Python, right? One of those two. I'm going to drink some water. This is a good reminder for all of you at home to drink water. You know? I'm going to upgrade all these so that they can tank a little bit more damage. And then I'm going to start setting up the chat. Godot. Oh, I've heard of that. That is like a pretty actually decent starter one. You can definitely start like learning a few things there and then go to Unity. I wanted to get into game development, but it's me personally, I see it as a little bit difficult. You can either get picked up by a studio or you can make games on your own, but you're gonna have to rely on people playing your games when they come out. You're gonna have to make how do I put it? If you want to make like your own indie games, one of the best things you can do is make basically like $5 Steam page games that are going to blow up quick and die out just as quick, and then you can keep pumping them out. Which, to be fair, is incredibly annoying, boring, and horrible. Oh, I'm making your own engine. That's cool. You could probably design one and sell it to people. What mission level is this? 88? Yeah, it's an 88 mission, so I'll use 106. You can also look into working for a dev team that's already like made big. Game dev would be more of a hobby for me. That's good. At least you have like an idea of what you want to do, which is always a good idea for whenever you want to like start setting things up. Definitely a lot of options though. Like Landfall, that's a small team, I think, and I'm sure they're always hiring. Especially now since they blew up with Peak, and they've always made lots of games. Like Tabs, what is it? What else? Peak. What else has Landfall made? I don't know. I mostly ever played Tab G because of a YouTuber that played it and convinced me that it was fun. Which is another thing. I used to watch a lot of YouTube as a kid, and I would buy the games that other people would play, and I was like, man, why isn't this as fun? And and then I realized it's because they're playing with a bunch of other people at the same time, and that's what's missing. Cybersecurity is what I plan on being my day job. Oh yeah, cybersecurity. You can always go into that. I remember that choice. It is definitely stable, I'll tell you that much. If you can get past and get into it, it is definitely a decent opportunity. Oh shit. I gotta break this. Otherwise, it's misplaced, and we can't have that. Alright, so I feel like with that, that should be decent enough to start up the mission. I need more blue glow. I need one more. Blue glow! Okay, so it seems like B is the most exposed. So I'm going to put my bets on B being AFK. So I'll put the 106 here. That way I don't have to stand over B and make sure that it stays fine. Good, 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 good. 17 these. A little bit of this. And that should deter people from being jerks. Fuck yes. Perfect. Once you figure out where their pathing is, it's pretty decently easy to just set up the traps. And another hobby of mine would be VTubing. I've been wanting to do that for a while. I just need a job so I could commission a PNG starter. Well, I would recommend starting as soon as possible. If you can't get a model, just make your own. It doesn't have to look good, but if you start off now, I would say this, if you start off now, because if you think a good thing to like think now is to get out of the mindset is I'll have more time later, because later you don't actually know that. You don't know if you'll have more time later. There's a good chance, and I'm not saying this like I don't know who you are. I don't know what you're going through. But there's always been this pattern of people throughout history saying I'll have more time later, and then those exact same people not having that time later. So I would recommend just starting right now. I mean, and it's not that hard to, especially, okay, so here's the thing. Right now, there's a lot of VTubers that are just anime girls, right? Hundreds of them, dude. Hundreds of them. You can make your PNG a fucking picture of, I don't know, Mr. Potato Head. And just the fact that it's something different will could be like your main like attention grab, it doesn't have to be your main thing, but it can definitely be your starting like you know kind of like look at me, I'm a can of beans or something. right? Dude, literally grab a picture of WhatsApp Mark from those invincible edits and then just draw mouths over it so that whenever you're talking, it moves and boom, right there you can start streaming on, I don't know, your game development or, you know, your satisfactory hours. Maybe you can show off, maybe you can do like a tour on one of your proudest creations or something, you know? My motto would be like a headless horseman kind of jacket. Dude, perfect. Dude, okay, so there's already a bunch of those already available. I'm sure you could find one that's royalty free. You ever heard of the horseless, headless horseman from Team Fortress 2? The headless, horseless horseman is the full name, I'm pretty sure. There's a bunch of models on him, especially if you learn Source Filmmaker. You can definitely port the models out into a free program like Blender. Not to say that it already doesn't exist. He's a pretty decent-ish, popular-ish character. Or you could just, or you could just go into freaking, I don't know, Photoshop. I use Google Slides. Take take Knight Armor, remove the head, add a pumpkin on top of it, and then cut holes into the pumpkin head. Boom, that's a model. Your model doesn't have to look presentable to start doing something, you know? If you have a passion to create, just start it. Otherwise, you'll never know if you'll be able to start in the future, because to put into this perspective, the fact you saying in the future is, I'll put it, if you said I'll do it in the future in the past, this is the future that you said you were going to do it in. And the more times you say, "Oh, I'll save it for the future," the further you push that deadline. The future is now. You've already spent your past. You aren't in the future actively. You are in the future you made for yourself in the past. I gotta blow this guy up. Please. Thank you. Oh yeah, this is a mini boss. You gotta... They always have special modifiers, and if you don't take care of them fast, they'll fuck up your build. He's zapping me. Stop zapping me. Keeps fucking knocking me back. What a jackass. Everybody boo this husk. Boo! Alright, cool. Pretty outfit, but like I said, I don't have the energy right now as much as I would love to. I literally can't. Yeah, like I said, there's always factors, and I don't know who you are. I don't know what you're going through. All I will say is, it's always best to start as soon as possible. Because you never know. You never know what the future holds. The one certain thing in life is the uncertainty of it all. Damn. Use IBIS Paint. Um. Oh, I remember IBIS Paint. Why don't you make your character move like an invincible edit? I use it to edit pics. I use Google Slides because I'm too lazy to download anything. Right, and with that, I think we got no damage on any of them. I think we got no damage, so I was able to do all of them. Fuck yeah. And now the real rewards come in. The one thing that we were going for. The only reason I play this game anymore. What is that? What is that? Not this. Not this cider. Mission alert. V-Bucks! God, I love being a Founders. I love being a Founders. Fuck yeah, infinite V-Bucks. Yeah, that's what a lot of people use, the Discord reactive thing. All right, let's ask the chat what let's ask the chat what they thought about that game. Chat, what did y'all think about that last game? Was it good? Hello, I just got here. I'm pretty sure I wrote this for whenever people are like, "Oh, I just got here on the stream. I just got here on the stream," and all that. And that's what people do at the beginning of that. Sweet. I don't care. Shut up. All right. Did the item shop refresh yet? It did. And I am. This is too much fucking money, dude. This is too much fucking money. I mean, it's cool, but I mean, look how much fucking money it is. It's $15 for this. That's doo doo. You can't even use this right now because the vans are vaulted. And they're getting rid of the rocket racing game mode. This is kind of cool. Emperor Zurg. I remember Emperor Zurg. He was pretty cool. That is a pretty cool pose, I'm not gonna lie. Is this a glider? It is. And it's broken. Awesome. What else is in here? A bunch of random fucking emotes. A bunch of Coachella bullshit. Oh, they had the Silver Surfer. Cool. They haven't added his rap. That's unreleased. Why don't they add that back? Mothman Jr. Dr. Doofenshmirtz. I will say Dr. Doofenshmirtz is cool. If only I had more money. A bunch of jam tracks. I rate this item shop ass. What does the wheel think? What does the wheel think about this item shop? Let's see. What does the wheel think? Yes, the wheel agrees with me. The wheel agrees with me. Sabrina. Oh yeah, I remember Sabrina. I have Sabrina in my locker. Hold on. Higher. For that. There she is. I have Sabrina in my locker. I have the festival pass one. I prefer the other. The pink one is better. I will say that. Oh, back to the game. That was the daily mission, and I don't think there's any more V-Bucks. Yep, there's no more V-Bucks after that, but there is the destroy propane tanks, and there is destroy teddy bears. So let's go ahead and do those. I'm probably going to be streaming for like 2 hours, I think. Excuse me. I need an industrial zone. Industrial zone. Let's do a fun one. I don't want to do a boring ass mission. Retrieve the data. It could be fun. Retrieve the data could be fun. Nah, it's mostly just sitting around doing nothing. Autumn City. Foothills City. Fight a Category 3 storm. Yeah, that's category 3 is engaging. You know? Three objectives that I gotta do all at once. I'm free to play cheapskate. If there's a way to get something without paying money, I ain't paying money. What the fuck is... I keep hearing that. What the fuck is that? Sounds like a gambling website. Hmm. I'll use Thunderthora. What the fuck is that? Cheapskate. Control C. What is this shit? It's just showing me random things. As a person who doesn't spend money like penny pinching. Ah, like Scrooge McDuck. Free to play. Is that what they call free to play games now? Am I finally Unk status? That words are actively being changed around me without me even knowing? 1984 bullshit. Yeah. Give me a loot. Yep, she gave me a rock. Or nothing. Very stingy with money. Interesting. Hell yeah, propane tanks, look at that. I need 10 of these, though. That's one, that's two, and one's in the air. Perfect. Oh, shit. Damn, that spelling was terrible. Most of the games I play aren't free to play, but the free to play games I do play, I don't do microtransactions. That's cool. I don't support microtransactions either. They're stupid and lame. Which is ironic coming from me. I have one of the biggest fucking Fortnite lockers in my entire friend group. I used to waste a lot of money on Fortnite. And then I started playing Save the World, and now I just save up the V-Bucks I get from Save the World, and now I no longer have to use Save the World, my real life money. Look at all that engineering. I think this should keep it protected. It'd be like that. It truly do be like that. So here's the good thing. Thunderdora allows me to use the base, which I'll show you what the device is and I'll explain it to you in a bit. But basically, I'm playing a loadout as a constructor. A constructor is like the class. Hold on, let me move this real quick. Okay, so as you can see right here above my name, you see that constructor, right? And what that basically means is that I have access to other things that other classes don't, specifically this machine. And what this machine does is it makes sort of like a web pattern is the best way to describe it. So let me go ahead and connect these pieces to it so you can see what I'm talking about. But basically, every piece that is connected to this starts glowing blue like this, and it gets these little edge corners, right? And that means it's being affected by this machine. And basically, with what my hero does. I'm going to move this. As you can see here, the first is electrified floors. So whenever enemies step on any of the blue shields, they take 38.1 energy damage every 5 seconds. I also have over here on the right a bunch of support team members, which allow me to use whenever enemies stand on my base, they get snared, so basically they just get slowed down. Whenever I kill enough enemies on top of my base, there's a shockwave. I heal up for every kill I get. Whenever an enemy punches my build, they take 15 base damage, and structures affected by the machine are healed 15% are healed 4% of their max health every 10 seconds. So basically, this is going to be very difficult to get into without me putting a bunch of traps on it. Especially with the extended reach it has. Whenever enemies step on this, they're basically dead. And until you get into the level 70 zones, this thing is basically an instant kill for everything. So I don't have to touch that area for the whole game, basically. Unless something goes horribly wrong, that shouldn't be broken into. There's blue glow over here. Yep, there it is. Blue glow! Blue glow! Blue glow! Blue glow! How many people are watching right now? I have 2 concurrent viewers and 8 views. I wonder who's the other... Ugh. I wonder who's the other 6 people that clicked on this video. Alright, so now I'm going to show y'all how to trap. Because it is one of my favorite aspects of the game. Alright, so I noticed that those enemies were water-based, meaning that they were blue, right? They were blue enemies. That means they're going to do extra damage to brick. So I'm going to build this out of metal, just in case that the enemies are like that. Alright, should be good. Now, I have no idea where the enemies are going to be coming from, but I do have the idea that they're going to be coming from this way and this way. I don't really see them coming from over here. Unless they could. Calm beef tactics. I have no idea what that means, but yes, I suppose. I mean, I know it's it's a play on combat tactics, but I don't know what the beef part means. Alright, so one of the best ways to trap in this game is to kind of look at it, is to kind of build in a zigzag. So I imagine this is the path they're going to take. So I'm going to block off here, 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 and I'm going to let them access this right here. Right there. Like this. So if they do end up coming through here, I can place traps down to make it very difficult for them. If they end up coming from this way, though, it'd be better to go like this. Here, here, here. So the idea is that, let's say the enemy's coming from over here. You're going to want to use their pathing against them. So if I put launchers on these walls, specifically, let me see, hand launchers. Canadians gave German soldiers corned beef to lure them out. That would work on me too. So these push the enemy back, which is great for what we're trying to do, because you just want to keep them away from the Atlas. You don't really have to kill them. Although I do enjoy killing them, and I am going to kill them. But right now we're just teaching you how to trap. So this is going to push them this way. And then once they turn right to head over this way, I mean, this is going to push them again. And once they get over here, this is going to push them again. And then the actual damage comes from these walls. So you can place something called a broadside here. And this is the best way to use a broadside because a lot of people don't actually know how to use it. The best way to use a broadside is to make it face the wall because the balls bounce between each other. And I'll show you what that looks like once we get into it. Let me grab some wall darts for more range damage. These are much more direct. But look, here's how we have it set up. So let's say you're one of the husks, zombie, whatever. You're gonna walk through here. First thing you're gonna get hit by is this wall, which does lots of damage. So the majority of things are gonna die. Once you get over here, you're going to take damage from this, and you're gonna get pushed back into here. And if this is done recharging, you're gonna get damaged by that too. If a husk managed to make it over here, they're gonna get damaged by this, and they're gonna get pushed back by this. And if this pushes them back, they're gonna end up all the way back here again. And if they manage to get back here, well, they have even more damage being caused to them. And now we're going to add more damage. Nothing gets past this defense. Imagine if no husk shows up from this side. This would have been a total waste. So now you have ceiling traps. So every single step of the way, they're going to get shocked to death. Every single step. And you want to make it worse? Use some of these. These will really knock them dead. These do damage every single second. So now they're getting damage every single step, alongside everything else, and the ceiling traps. Infinite damage. This is actually my alt, but I wonder if you'd be able to connect this account to my main. Maybe. How do I break this? Alright, cool. That worked. Sweet. So, what else can I do? Alright. Another good thing you can do is set up another wall. See, because if you're an AI, right, and you're pathing, it would be best to just take this, right? But if you add these little short stop walls, then you can't do that anymore. You'd have to like actually go through the trap. You'd have to like actually step through and go in. So you no longer can just bump through. You'd have to actually like step through. And that keeps them dead. Anyways, let's see if this even gets used up, because I'm pretty sure they're not even going to spawn on this side. That's how I was using like lower end stuff. Now, we don't really have to worry about the tower, because the tower isn't going to get attacked by them. If they do, they're going to get attacked by down here, but that's fine. If anything, I can make it extra secure by just using this. Boom. Just like that, it's never going to get hurt. As you can see, the husks are trying to penetrate this thing. They can't. Look at that. This thing is genuine cheat code. Dead. That guy? Dead. That guy got dead. That guy takes 2 hits to kill, but once he starts smacking the thing, he's also going to be dead. Look at this. One more. Bam. Dead. That guy's dead. That guy's dead. Dead. Right. Oh, yep, they're breaking over here. I figured. Alright, so where are they breaking through? They're leaking from over there. Interesting. So right now they're all coming towards C and A, and B is completely untouched, which I am 100% okay with. Those are my main, you know, attacking damage after all. This guy's stupid. What the hell is he doing? Oh, kind of just look at them. My Tamagotchi died, Chad. That What? I'm so sorry that happened to you. How did it die? Oh shit. Like, did you just find the device again, or was it just like, I'm out? What son of a bitch is breaking through my shit? It would have been a perfect run. Oh, they are stepping through. Look at that. Oh, they are starting to come through this way. It seems like they taking this area. Guys, B's getting attacked. This is good news. Now I get to learn about block offs, which are meant to keep the enemy from fucking with your shit. They're just gone the other way. Boom, now they're actually coming through here. And look at that. Bouncy balls and all that. Perfect for making sure things stay dead. That's wrong. Someone's shooting from above. Okay, I see what's going on. I'm working on that. Damn. Shut up. I was not expecting visitors. I had a Snoopy coming at me from washing my clothes and their chick pockets in the Snoopy got washed series. He died from a bath. It's the one thing that all dogs fear. And then they have the gall to sell these fucking propaners towards me. Look at these jackasses. But they don't want to take my superly intricately placed trap, do they? Yeah, I'll make sure that they're taken care of. And then the storm just changes directions again. How dare they fuck me over? Don't they know who I am? The Scourge of the Storm. Destroyer of all mist monsters. Golly, I love this 6-shooter. A poor build. I did not expect it to get so hurt. I love this gun. Personally, I run the 6-shooter with crit damage, reload speed, critical rating, and headshot damage. And especially since headshots make my enemies explode. I'm not even lying. Check this shit out. Explode. 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 Look at that. Explode! Off my goddamn top. There's my pyramid. You can't have it. Yeah, that is a lot of husks. Isn't that the guy from Fortnite? Yes, I am the guy from Fortnite. I Hero Academia? What the fuck is that? Never heard of that. Headshot. I wonder if I can hit this. Headshot. 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 Yay! I did it! Yay, we did it! What was my goal again? Fuck, I forgot to destroy propane tanks. Let's just fire one out. Maybe with that way I can get it. Keep going, keep going. I don't care about any of this. Alright, well, let's ask a third viewer. I think they left already because the concurrent viewers are back down to 2. Sure, let's ask the wheel. Wheel, what do you think of that? What do you think of that mission? We were real close. We were real close to hate. Where else can I find you? This is a perfect time to plug all my other things. I am on Instagram, and I did notice that a lot of people answered on the polls that they're more interested in my renders and stuff. If that is true, follow me on Instagram and Twitter. That's where I post all my art. Because, and you know, if that, and here's the thing. You might be thinking, well, you post stuff here on YouTube anyways. What's the point of me following over there? The point of you following over there isn't just so that I can get more numbers. It's so that I can get more numbers so that I can get more of a reach. And if I get more of a reach, then I suddenly now people on Instagram are visiting YouTube or visiting my Twitch and Twitter and all that other stuff. It's a web, it's a connection. So you should definitely go follow my other socials if you're more interested in the renders and if you're not going to watch my videos. It definitely helps out. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm getting a phone call. I've never had to pause a stream before. I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. Almost forgot to unmute my mic. We're looking for propane tanks. If you use the xenon bow, it becomes infinitely more easier. I need one more propane tank, and then I can just leave. Boom! Quest complete. Look at that. 100% uninsured propane tanks. Now we can leave. And we get the rewards anyways, because they made it easier to get rewards. I remember back then, back in my day, you had to stick around for the whole mission. But they took it away, which I'm kind of grateful for, because it was fucking annoying on some missions. Alright, so if I go to a Plankerton city, I might be able to find a toy store. which should have freaking yeah. Okay, so I'm looking for teddy bears so I can destroy them and get more V-Bucks. V-Bucks, money, greed, greed, buzzword, 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 buzzword. So I'm gonna go into it's yeah, they're found in every zone, but I do find that the cities have like a toy store and you can knock them all out at once. I don't know why I'm playing with a random human being. I ensured that it was off. I love it when the game changes my fucking settings without asking me. Don't you love when people change your shit without asking you? It's one of the greatest things that could happen. Juice boxes. Is this a reminder to drink water? I should drink water. Fuck, you're right. You should drink water too. Drink water now. Not a Coke, not coffee, water. So that tomorrow you're not dehydrated. This fuck ass loading screen. Look at him. Look at this little shit. Look at him. Just look at the way. It screams corporate. It screams marketing and sellout and all of those other buzzwords that I don't like. That I use to express distaste and hatred. I'm eating a sloppy Joe. God bless America. Okay, now we just gotta find a toy store. Oh yeah, so this bow and arrow that I'm using can fire through walls. Meaning that it's pretty useful for these missions. Because then instead of having to explore everywhere, you can just shoot at random buildings and get it done. Now I'm at 6. I need 2 more, and then I'm finally done with this god wretched challenge. Just 2 more teddy bears, that's all I'm asking you for. Please. Por favor. This is fucking maddening. A lot of people don't like the Xenon bow anymore because they nerfed the hitbox size. It used to be like pretty big, and now it's pretty small, or so I'm told. I mean, like I can still shoot people with it if I can fucking aim right. It's not impossible to shoot your enemies. So a lot of people refunded it, destroyed it, or scrapped it, or I'm like, dude, it's still a useful weapon, especially whenever you're dealing with survivors. Because there's this little thing you can do where you take the Xenon bow and you shoot at the survivor's legs, and that causes them to get off their car. And to someone who's never played this game, it sounds very weird, but basically the idea is if a survivor is stuck on top of their car, they're immortal until the car is broken in order to prevent them taking damage prematurely. I'd love to find an example, but I don't know if they'll spawn one on me. Okay, I'm pretty sure I got all the teddy bears in this area, so I'm gonna leave and load the mission up again so I can just knock it out of the ballpark. So I am fucking tired. So concurrent. Why is there a warning on my stream? Let me see what this says. It doesn't tell me what the warning means. Oh, the stream's current bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate. That's what it is. Weird. Who cares? Whatever happens, happens. I'll figure it out as I go. I mean, this is the first one, so if things get fucked over, who cares? It's the first one. Things are bound to go wrong. So I'm pretty sure I can... Oh shit, I'm at 175 subscribers. Dude. That's awesome. Hey, I was not at that number a while ago. That's cool. How long has the live been going for? Hold on, guys. I'm gonna watch my own stream to figure out how long the live has been going on for. An hour and 5 minutes. Interesting. Cool. Cool. Why is it this fucking loading screen again? Again and again and again and again. Hello, little Chattington. Can you do something funny? How do I make him do an emote? Or did I not equip it onto you and that's why you're not doing it? Or am I supposed to do an emote? Whatever, man. Noise what? What's noise? Yeah, we got on teddy bear. You can leave. I'm free. I'm free. I'm free. People don't even... Fortnite players don't even enjoy their own fucking game anymore. They just get on, stare at their fucking locker for 20 hours, and they're like, well, that's good. I'm going to sleep now. Alright, is there anything on the exchange? I gotta wait 5 days so that I can upgrade a gun. I'll save it up. Okay, so my next goal is to level up a specific gun. Let me see if I can find it. The where is it? The Hemlock. Yeah, okay, so I want to upgrade this gun specifically because it has a pretty interesting 6 perk, and I've never seen this before. But it, especially on an SMG, I've seen this on a sniper rifle before, and it was pretty good. It was decent back then. But it says here that it basically, it has shrapnel. It has a shrapnel perk, meaning that on hit, the bullet splinters into shrapnel, dealing 40% damage in a cone behind the target. So if you're shooting this into a crowd, you're doing damage to the people behind them as well for half the damage. Damn near half, if you really want to. So it would be a pretty good gun to start upgrading. Right now I need more raindrops. And I can start farming raindrops in my own time, but yeah. What to do? Let's ask the wheel how the stream's going so far. Wheel, how is the stream going so far? L spam? Oh, the wheel hates me. The wheel hates me. I'm doing a horrible job. I should quit everything and go back home. Back to where I had nothing. Alright, well, I did run out of daily challenges to do, and my next goal is to start farming for raindrops, which is a resource. And there is a lot of them in the database. I'm looking. There is a lot of them in Twine Peaks. I can get 118 in a 116 zone. That's not actually, that's not that bad. Hold on. Twine Peaks 116. Where is it? 116. Retrieve the data. Or drops of rain. I could definitely do that. I could definitely do that. To replace or not to replace my backbling. Oh, wait, right. I wanted to check up on this little chud. Senor Chud. This is truly the duo of all fucking time. Let's use the Ice King. Now, when it comes to retrieve the data, it's actually, I find it a little bit more easier than Atlas missions, especially with the limited time. You don't even need blue glow, so you can just go in and start it up. I remember this season. This was all the way back when in, what was it, 2018? God, that was so long ago. This was they made a stop motion special for the release of the Christmas season. I remember waking up in my PJs just to hop on Fortnite early so I could play the new update. All right, so as you can see, the storm is formed up north, meaning that the balloon should be, yep, right there. It's always towards the center of the storm. You know what, guys? I feel like I should have more interaction with my viewers, aka YouTube. Jesus, that was 8 years ago. Yep, 8 years ago. I feel like I should have more interaction with y'all guys. So, how about you guys get to choose the gun that I use for this mission? Hop off. Damn, Fortnite been out for a while now. Well, it's been out since before 2018. Especially Save the World. Like this Save the World specifically has been out for a long fucking time. The alpha was back in like 2011. Fortnite was featured in the Big Bang Theory. What the fuck, deadass? That sounds made up, but I'll believe you without researching. All right, guys, you guys get to choose what gun I use because I don't know. I feel like you guys should have more of a interaction with the stream. Choose a pink one, a pink one. Unfortunately, I can't choose a pink one because my weapon wrap isn't pink. Is there even a pink gun? Like, there is the crescendo. Oh fuck, I'm in a 116 zone. That does no damage. I know nothing about Fortnite. Don't ask me what gun to use. Okay. Let's just use the gun that I was planning on upgrading then. This SMG. I want to get better at it. Deadass Howard was talking about playing it with Raka. Who the fuck? Who's... Oh! Sheldon characters. Right. I never watched Big Bang Theory. I'm sorry, I'm such a LARPer. I'm not. I'm such a fake fan. I'm sorry. Bazingen. All I fucking whenever I think of the Big Bang Theory, I always think of that one fucking GIF of there's a dude in a car with like a computer screen to his left on the passenger side, and Sheldon pops up and he goes Bazinga, and it causes the dude to like swerve and crash into like a bunch of people. It's just the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Hmm. What is the best way to do this? I will say this is a 106, so let's go full out with the four of these. I'm gonna use. I do have the 130s. I'm uncultured swine and don't know anything about most popular things. That's not true. You know about me. I'm fucking popular. I'm basically Markiplier at this point. Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier. Today we're playing Fortnite Battle Royale. I'm gonna have to use this old defense that I remembered. Now, 116 missions aren't that bad. But you never know, so I'm going... And I think my game just fucking crashed. Yep, my game just fucking crashed, everybody. Yay! Am I still alive? Am I still live? I could probably check my live right now. Am I still live? It does look like I'm still live. Okay, so my fucking game crashed. So you know what that means? It means reopen the game and go back to what we were doing. Hold on. Hold on, everybody. We gotta reopen up the game. F. What does the wheel think? We gotta how could I forget? We must consult the wheel. What does the wheel think of the game crashing? Please, please, it'd be so fucking funny. It's pretty realistic. I don't know what to tell you. Let's close the wheel. Toy Story. Shut up! I'm trying to shill more corporate slop. Never played Final Fantasy, most Fallout games, Dark Souls, Skyrim, Halo, or Red Dead Redemption. Dude, you name like the one thing. Oh, cool. Look, they gave us a hero that everyone's talking about. Dude, you name like the most like generic this game is so popular stuff ever. It's not, you don't have to play those games to be cool. You know? Final Fantasy, look, all those games are very specific. You told me you played sandbox games. You wouldn't enjoy any of those. I mean, you could enjoy Fallout 4's like building system, but even then, dude, why bother getting into an RPG if you don't even enjoy them? Excuse me. Damn. Dark Souls. I know that game. Dark Souls is a fucking rage-inducing learn your enemies' hit patterns game. Skyrim is an RPG. Fallout is an RPG. Red Dead Redemption, and whatever the fuck those fans say, that's just an RPG. And I refuse to believe otherwise. Halo is a first-person shooter, kind of like COD. Final Fantasy, I think, is an RPG game, or it's more of an adventure game, sort of like I don't fucking know. I don't know what Final Fantasy is about. I don't think it's an RPG. Although I do think they do have a few in the game, a few games that are. Oh, it's coming up with gadgets to smart the storm. Well, let's start an arms race. We need to collect the data as usual, but we need to watch out for the storm. Oh wait, I gotta reload. A la verga, cabrón. My shovel's not doing anything. I just realized this is a 106, and I'm technically supposed to be using 130s. If I'm gonna be using 130s, I might as well use weapons that are actually decent. I forgot where my W key was. I actually got Fallout New Vegas when I had this time. I don't know how much reviews and crashes. Okay, so here's the thing. I love Fallout New Vegas. Um, I tried modding it because I had a hell of a time modding Fallout 4. It's just not fucking worth it. If you like, I mean, I understand what the appeal of modding games is. I just don't think it's fucking worth it after a certain extent. At that point, just play another game. shit, I set this up wrong. Oh well, can't take it back now. I tried, like I really tried to get into Fallout 4. And I downloaded a bunch of mods for it and I was having a fun time. But then you kind of lose the appeal of even playing the game because you have everything in your inventory already, so what is the point of playing? So then you're like, okay, well, let me play the game vanilla. And then you realize how much of a fucking drag that is. Wait, will you play Postal or Hotline Miami in the future? I don't know if I should play those games. I don't know if I should play those games. Me personally, with how garbage optimized they've said it makes, I feel like modding was more a requirement. Absolutely, it depends on what type of mods you're talking about. But if you're talking about like, oh, inventory mods or adding new storylines and all that, I can understand the appeal of it, but it's just a hassle in my opinion. And sure, you could use Vortex and fucking whatever else there is. I don't know. I lie. It gets you get tired after a bit. You get tired. Yeah, to answer your question, I don't think I should play those games. I could play Hotline Miami. Hotline Miami was a game that I got really good at, too good at, to the point where I spent too many hours on it. And I could do it. Don't know about Postal though. Postal isn't very YouTube friendly, and I don't mean like, oh, there's so many cursing and curse words and all that. No, it's more like, how would you even edit that? It's a very like bullshitical game. I just did a content command to make the inventory 1000 because I don't like inventory management. That's fair. It's one of the most talked about things though when it comes to that game because it's definitely one of the appeals. It's the inventory management. One of my favorite things about Resident Evil 4 was the inventory management. It was just keeping everything good. Where's my thingamajig? Where's my thingamajig? There it is. Thank you. And the idea is to stay alive. You know, like everything else. This defense should keep everything running for a bit. Should. And they're already breaking in. From where, though? From where are they breaking in? Is it from the top? From this wall? What the fuck? Oh, very, very interesting. Oh, right. I forgot to place down my little shock pads. I forgot about those. Damn. No wonder they're not dying quickly right here. Okay, so use these things. Bam, 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 bam. And now that shocks them whenever they enter. So it's more damage upon more damage upon more damage. I should have accounted for these assholes. They always show up to ruin everything. Best way to deal with them is to place some of these down at the base of your build. That way, whenever they throw it, they they get destroyed by the fucking thing. Well, I guess they just don't want to fucking work. Piece of shit maggot. There we go. Upgrade this wall, please. Upgrade this wall, and then upgrade this wall. Make sure everything's healed up. Let's see what the comments say. I just did a console. Oh yeah, it would be the whole censorship. From below, I've seen the inventory mentioned. That's actually a good mechanic, but even then, I'm a hoarder and a smooth brain. That's fair. If you know your limits, it makes sense to avoid the type of content that you know you won't enjoy, though. Yeah, no, Postal, one thing is the Postal censorship, but people have made videos on Postal. It's not that hard to upload and censor it. I mean, most of it is just old humor from back then, and it's nothing mean-spirited, I think. I don't know. It's been a while since I played the game. You could definitely make a video on the original poster, though. But the best thing you're gonna get from the Postal series is just people making video essays about the game and the history of the game and all that bullshit. No, I'm talking more about how the game is fundamentally structured. It's more of a sandbox-ish game because there isn't really a linear story mode, especially for Postal 2. Postal 2 is damn near a choose your own adventure type pace. And you could definitely make a video on it, but I think it's just too much worth of a hassle with how much censorship you'd have to add and just how much you'd have to cut out. Because a lot of the time is just walking between areas. Like I said, there's a reason it's called the worst game ever made. The original Postal though, you could definitely make a video on the fucking that one mode. What's it called? The freaking scoreboard mode, or whatever it's called. It's a mode where you go around trying to get like the highest score possible using kill combos and everything. You can definitely make a video on like on a high score about that, but people have already done that as well. And there's always a bigger fish. This jackass. Destroying my fucking wall. I'm just trying to protect my data, and you're fucking it up. Now they're coming from two sides. I like it when games tell me what to do, but don't tell me how to do it, and let me do the thing in my own way. Yeah, I can see that. That's always a pretty good, like, way to play games. But it's not going to appeal to everyone. That's why there's not so many of those made. Some of the most popular games are just very linear in design. I think it's further evidence that they prioritize what people will buy, and that will always be the case. There we go, we did it. Holy shit. A little bit hectic towards the end there. I remember what we started with? It's not like that anymore, I'll tell you that much. Continue, 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 continue. And that should give me raindrops, which I can use to upgrade my gun. That's always good. Next, por favor. Sweet, 116 raindrops, so we can go over here to the schematics, find the hemlock, evolve it into silver. Yay! Malachite. Let's make a shadow shard. Yes, shadow shard, please. And we need more rain. We need a little bit more rain, and we'll be able to fully upgrade it. Let's see. The good thing is that rain's pretty easy to find. Let's do a mission in Canny. Let's not do a mission in Canny, because they're all ass. Let's go to Plankerton then. Plankerton, Plankerton, Plankerton. How much do I need to upgrade this weapon? It's a purple gun. I need 30 more to fully upgrade it. So I can do a... Why not? Let's do a repair the shelter. I'm seeing that down there for Plankerton. We could definitely do one of those. Easy, since I can use Thunder Thora, and engaging, since I gotta go look around for all the fucking parts. So this is the YouTuber mindset. The main reason I'm streaming Fortnite is because I have no idea how to make it into a video. Like I said, live service games are very finicky with all that. See if there's any new viewers. 14 views. Okay, so every single time I check here, there's more people that click. That's kind of funny. I feel like I unfucked my sleep schedule so far that I refucked because I'm getting sleepy at 8 p.m. Isn't that a normal time to get sleepy, though? Well, it depends on when you gotta wake up. I don't know, maybe you can do... I don't know, fold your clothes, reorganize your closet. Or take a relaxing shower for 2 hours. I don't know. Then you can go to sleep. I feel like 10 p.m. is like the sweet spot of sleep. I'm not sure. I'm not a doctor. Don't take my words as fucking law. I wake up at 4. Alright, so if you go to sleep at 8, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, no, I'm counting wrong because I forgot to adjust for the fact that after 12 it changes. Hold on. You need a full 8 hours of sleep if you go to sleep at 8. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. So, yeah, going to sleep at 8 p.m. gives you a full 8 hours, I think. Let's get the calculator. Am I dumb? Our brains are shrinking. Yeah, it's 8 hours. Okay, cool. Cool. Glad we got a confirmation. Glad that we got a confirmation so that I don't have to make a fool of myself live. I'm ridiculously bad with math. Where's the touchpad? There it is. And so now we gotta look for these little cubes everywhere. And if we're lucky, we'll spot them by trees being broken in the distance. If not, we can start looking for them. Now, you're supposed to use this little robot called the C-Bot in order to find these parts. Oh, there's one right here. Nope. This is just enemy spawns. But you can actually see them pretty easily if you know where to look. They're supposed to be near invisible, so you can't spot them easily. But if you know where to look, you can find them. There's another one right there. You'll see it? Right there. They're a lot easier to see in desert levels as well, like Canny. So that should be 6, I think, out of 8. The problem is that everyone's asleep when I'm awake, and everyone's awake when I'm asleep, and I'm playing with people from New Zealand. Oh, the other side of the world. Yes, that is an issue. There's another one right here. Hello, 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 hello. And then we need one more. One more, please. One more instruction bot. Hmm. I always search up the outer rim of the map, and then I go inward once I make a full circle. Let's see. I suppose now... Oh, there... And that's all the modules. So now we just gotta wait for them to install. Which shouldn't take too long, hopefully. I like filling in these little gaps. That way the husks don't really clip through anything. Perfect. Right, now would be a good time to start asking the wheel. It's like, what should we ask the wheel? I'm always asking the questions. Someone, one of you two, give a wheel a question and see what the almighty wise and wheel says. Need need like a pistol or something. I'll grab this one. Why not? Old Bitsy. FAAA. FAAA. Am I reading that? FAA. No, it's Fa. Okay, my bad. Almighty Wheel is Wisho goated. Don't ask for that. It's gonna tell you I'm stupid. Oh, Wheel, what do you think? What do you think, Wheel? There's no fucking. How long until people start saying this is rigged? How long until people start saying this is rigged? Of course I'm goated. I mean, if you take the word toga and you rearrange the letters, what is that? What does that spell? It spells goat. Sweet. I don't like this wall's visible, so I'm gonna hide it. I need to clip farm so that I can be posted on people's socials and become more famous. But how do I clip farm? What if I get a trick shot or something? First, I need an enemy. I think I see some enemies over here. If I get this trick shot, I win $1 bajillion. Damn, I missed. I shot the tree. Alright, we're just gonna do this until I either get it or the mission ends. Eventually. Eventually I gotta get one, right? Hey, I got one! Yes! First try. First try, everybody. Y'all were here, right? Y'all can back me up, right? Y'all can back me up. Animated thumbnail. Use animated titles, animated thumbnails. Suppose I could. Why is that? I'm sorry, is it just me or does that frog have like a black hole? Like, is it absorbing light when it jumps around? Look, it's absorbing light. It's a black hole. Dude, I'm not fucking around. Look. Where'd it go? Where did the fucking frog go? Right here, right here. Look. It has like a black highlight around it. It looks like it's highlighting. It looks like it's like sucking in light like a black hole. Especially when it jumps. Hold on. Look. This shit's about to get steady. I just settled all my lawsuits. Fuck you, Debbie. Oh, you can just let you get close to it. Look, look, look. Every single time it jumps, there's like it's like a black hole. Is anyone else seeing that, or is that just me? I know what I saw. I know the truth. Lock and load. They're coming soon. I think after this, I'm gonna end the stream because I genuinely have no idea what else to do. This is like using a hydrogen bomb against people. This gun has how much damage? Let's take a look at the math. It's a 77 weapon. It has 33,000 headshot damage. Oh, hold on. You can't see it. Look. 33,000 headshot damage. With the base being 10,000. Look at that. And we are currently in a level 23 zone. This is meant for, like, mid-game. And I'm using it to just fucking blow people up. Definitely one of the choices of all time. Hello. Oh, I missed. And they all immediately exploded. What's the 6 perk on this thing? On hit, bullet shrapnels into shrapnel. Yeah, so this has the shrapnel thing as well, which is what we're trying to get for the hemlock. And if I'm able to combine the shrapnel on the hemlock, which is an SMG, that means every single time I shoot into a crowd, the shrapnel cone will do more damage. Here, let me show you how it looks like. So you see this guy has 2 targets. If I can shoot the shield baby, then it should deal damage to the dude underneath him, if I can get the right angle. I can get the right angle. It just disappeared. What the fuck? I need 2 enemies to just kind of stand still for I just turn around and I see that guy get obliterated. Okay, see, that killed both of them at the same time. Like, let me see if I can angle this right. Nope. Okay. Let me stun that guy. Ah, but he blew himself up. Dang it. Okay, sweet. 2 targets. Look, if I shoot this one, it should do damage to the guy behind him. It should. See? Look, knock both of them out at the same time. And I killed all those shielders as well. So the idea is that with an SMG, I'll be able to do that over and over and over again. Which should mean that I'll be able to mow enemies down even quicker because I'm doing damage to the people behind the enemy that I'm shooting at the same time. So basically, blah, 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 I'm killing my enemy faster than I could do it before. Now let's see something funny. Those are my favorite things to do. And they do it every time. Kablamo. Next one. God, it's fucking awesome. It's beautiful. I love doing that. Right, and this should give us the raindrops needed to evolve the gun to a sunbeam. And then after that, I'll have to wait 5 days because the exchange shop, I already bought all the golden flux available, which is what allows you to upgrade the rarity of a weapon, which is what gives you the 6th tier. And if you don't understand anything I just said, don't worry. As soon as we get back to the lobby, I'll explain it. That way you can learn something out of this. Even if it's for a game you don't play. Select all. Continue. Okay, so look. Raindrops. That's what we needed. Okay, so look. Every single weapon has different tiers. So as you can see here, the most bottom of the barrel is the common. And these guys don't have any perks on the side, like, at all. The green ones have 2, but you can't upgrade them all the way. When it comes to the uncommon and the rares, you can only upgrade the rares, I believe, up to Shadow Shard, which is 1 tier below the max. and you can upgrade the green ones, I think, only all the way up to Malachite. And as you can see here, the uncommons have two tiers. The rares have 4, and the purples have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. But the reason you'd want to get, legendary tiers, because there's no difference between the epic and the legendary. There's no real difference between these two. As you can see, this one has 5 tiers, and this one also has 5 tiers. The difference is in the added 6 perk bonus. So once you upgrade your weapon up to level 25, which is basically Malachite, which is the third upgrade, you unlock the 6 perk, which does lots of different things. As you can see here, this is an RPG, right? You can either increase the durability, the reload speed, the damage, the critical rating, which basically critical rating is how much damage, or like how often you do crit damage. So you can upgrade the crit damage and critical rating, and basically now you're relying on crits rather than base damage, which is, a viable option if you're using a gun that has a big mag size. So for example, if we go over here to my Siege Breaker, oh, it's the Fortnite scar. If you take a look at the perks, you'll see here that, let me get myself out of the way. We have critical rating and crit damage. So the critical rating means I do more crits more often, and the crit damage means I do more damage with said oh my god. Critical rating means I do crit damage more often. Crit damage means that damage that I do with crits is more powerful. So as you can look at here, critical hit damage, the critical hit chance is 38%. So every single time I fire a bullet, that's 38% of a chance that bullet is going to do crit damage. And crit damage takes the base multiplier of that damage and multiplies it by 185%. So instead of doing 18k, it does 18k multiplied by 185%. Which basically means numbers, but you do a lot more damage than just base damage, because crits are able to go further beyond. It's just a little bit of gambling. With a magazine size of 30, that means I have 30 chances to do crit damage, which those chances being around 40% if you round up. Which, in a gambler's mindset, that's damn near 50%, right? So there's a good chance that every other bullet I shoot, or every third bullet I shoot, does crit damage. So what I'm doing right now is I'm evolving this thing fully up, because once I get Golden Flux, I'll be able to upgrade this into the rarity I need to unlock that 6 perk. And the 6 perks are important because they're kind of like the things that change how the gun works. If you go back to the Siege Breaker, you modify the perks. If you take a look at the options you have available for like the 6 perk, you can have affliction damage, which means if I shoot something for 6 seconds, it's going to continue taking damage even if I'm not shooting it. Headshot eliminations cause an explosion, which is pretty self-explanatory. Getting 5 headshots in a row increases weapon damage by 30% for 10 seconds. Damage dealt with this weapon slows enemies down by 30%. Best way to put it. Currently I have each shot fired grants 1.8 critical rating for 1 second. Stacks up 15 times. Which means basically that the critical rating, every single shot I fire, the more bullets I use, the better chance of a crit. It's a crit build. Basically, I'm relying on luck with this gun. That's why sometimes it can feel like it's performing poorly. It's because it's literally a gun based off luck. Now, for the Golden Flux, I already bought all of it out. So there's no more Golden Flux left. So I have to wait for 4 days before I can buy some again. And then I'll be able to upgrade my gun into the golden rarity so I can unlock that 6 perk and use it to shoot my enemies with shrapnel, because that is the goal. Why? It's because I wanted another SMG to use. I can't check out what perks it has. Ooh, I can start upgrading this up to actually. Damage, reload speed. Instead of reload speed, how about instead of... Oh, I can't even swap these. I don't have enough perk up. I'm missing perk up. Look at the resources. Yep, I'm missing reperk, so I'm gonna have to get more of that. But I'm gonna do that stream. Of course, this was mostly just sort of like a test stream, just to see if people would check out YouTube. And I will say, I got more people on YouTube than I did on Twitch, which makes sense. People are subscribed on YouTube, so that's not really too much of a surprise. But I'm glad that y'all joined me, and I'm glad that y'all watched and stuck around for so long. I really do appreciate y'all being here. I played Hypixel Skyblocks for a while. My mid-game 100% crit chance was basically required. Yeah, it's math. Math that I don't know nor understand. Anyways, let's ask the real how the stream went. Mr. Wheel, how did the stream go? It went great, according to the wheel. The wheel says that it went great. Alright. Well, I think it's time for me to go eat dinner. Or um do something else. Cause I think it's time for me to go. I'm just gonna make sure that the live records into a VOD so that people that are missing out are able to watch later. I think. Right. Yep. We're caught up. Thank you all so much for watching. It has been great having y'all here. You two specifically. I'll make a post saying stream went well. You two should comment on there. I was there. I was there. So in the future, you guys have evidence that you were there. All right. Well, take care, y'all. I'm gonna go now. Bye bye.